You know that girl from live TV said we're all gonna die?
No. What's your purchase?
As an adult, one thing that's certain is that you're gonna have to go to the grocery store on a regular basis. Here to show us that food shopping can be full of surprises are 20 hilarious grocery store fails.
Look at the difference between that and the farm-raised stuff.
You had me at pretzel.
I only kept pretzels because their music is twisted.
Explain to us how a display full of fluffy-looking pretzels was marked with an out-of-pretzel sign,
Hi, please tell me you have a sweet pretzel left.
despite being full to the brim with the delicious twisty bready treats. Answer, we don't know. But hey, at least they said sorry for the inconvenience. Really? Maybe you should be sorry for the deception. This perplexing pretzel moment was brought to you by grocery shoppers with trust issues everywhere. Mixed messaging.
Donut.
In a case of faulty ad placement, rows and rows and rows of delicious-looking mini donuts are surrounded by advertisements that say, "Commit to be fit."
Yum!
Have you guys seriously never heard of donuts?
The Commit to be Fit ad includes a photograph of a family of 4 out for a bike ride and surrounded by trees. Somehow, the active lifestyle does not seem to gel with the comfort food on display. We don't want to taunt people here, but come on now. For people only.
Does Pussy want a treat?
We suspect that if aliens came to planet Earth, they wouldn't be stopping in at Albertsons to pick up groceries. But just in case they were, it's good to know that the grocer has designated which treats are specifically for humans. Confused? Yeah, so are we.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
Well, apparently, for $3.99, you can get yourself 10.5 ounces of people treats from the produce department. What these are, we have no idea whatsoever, but by the looks of the labeling, vampires, ghosts, aliens, and all other creatures beware, these treats are not for you. You could have just said bananas.
Respect. Power.
Banana!
Normally, when you see bananas advertised in a grocery store, they're pretty self-explanatory. So explain to us why one grocery store found it fit to accompany an entire lot of not yet ripe bananas with a sign that states that these bananas are, in fact, yellow bananas. Did they think that customers wouldn't notice the discrepancy? Or did they think that consumers wouldn't recognize the fruit if it was not yet yellow?
So what's up? You can dodge bullets but not bananas?
So many questions and so few answers. Covering all the bases.
Well, I'm a peanut bar, and I'm here to say...
In one instance of wanting to avoid a lawsuit, a grocer decided to place a sign directly in front of a sea of peanuts that reads, "This product contains peanuts."
And people think I'm nuts.
No lies detected here. This is true. But is it necessary? We get that grocery stores want to be extra cautious when it comes to peanut allergies, but the sign is so obvious it's almost offensive. Except technically, on the rare occasion, this sign could maybe save a life or two, so we're not gonna hate, but we will laugh. Hot ice coming through.
Hot ice. That's right. Hot ice.
Now, the only way this oxymoron makes sense is if it was used as a metaphor for diamonds in a rap song. In an oversight that contradicts itself, someone thought that it was fitting to label Arctic glacier bags of ice with a "get it while it's hot" tag. Now, we've got an interpretation here to kinda give them a pass.
I heat up the ice cubes.
Maybe, just maybe, they meant while the deal is hot. Still peculiar. At $2.99 per bag, we're not so sure how hot this deal really is. Fresh onions on a hot summer day.
You know, not everybody like onions.
Don't you just love biting into a fresh onion on a hot summer's day? No? You don't? Well, if you looked at the massive container, you may have been less than enthused to find it filled with Shrek's favorite vegetable.
Ogres are like onions. End of story.
Despite being advertised as seedless watermelons, this cardboard tub of onions screams "chop me" versus "slice me." As one Reddit user points out, well, it's seedless, that's close enough. And another says, no use crying over it. Now that all the good jokes have been taken, there's only one thing left to say. Objects may be completely different from advertised. Apples versus oranges.
And now you can make a decision. Do you want an apple or do you want an orange?
Chances are that you've heard the expression, "it's like comparing apples and oranges," multiple times throughout your life. Well, in a moment of mistaken identity, somehow the apple's shelf tag ended up in front of the oranges on the actual shelf, and now we are here.
How do you like them apples?
While the apples are advertised as a hot buy, costing only 59 cents a piece, the question still remains as to how much these oranges truly cost. One Reddit user commented on the grocery store mix-up, "Undercover apples, like we won't know." That's certainly one way of looking at it. On the what now?
Oh, I'm sorry. We were talking about chocolate?
One food establishment had the brilliant idea of making chocolate-covered strawberries for patrons over the weekend. The sign reads, "Chocolate-dipped strawberries," and directly underneath that excitement it says, "Hand-dipped on the floor." On the where? Come on now, there's gotta be a better way of saying this.
Chocolate? Chocolate!
They could have said on site or live or even here if they wanted to. But they didn't. They said that the food is prepared on the floor. F-A-I-L, fail. Timely oversight.
Attention shoppers, please bring your final purchases up to checkout because this store is about to close forever.
According to one grocer, they are open 9 days a week. Say what now? Yep, that says 9 days. So if you're calculating properly, that's 2 extra days in the week. Perhaps this establishment wanted to overshoot the mark by claiming nonsense. Or perhaps they simply live in Narnia, Wonderland, or some other parallel fictional universe that doesn't exist because there's definitely only 7 days in the week pretty much everywhere you go on this planet.
Lady, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave the store.
Kind of a huge oversight to plaster on your wall, but hey, can't win 'em all. Grapes, but hold the grapes.
Nice try, Mr. Grapes. Mr. Grapes!
$1.48 a pound may be a bargain, but what exactly are you buying? Well, according to one grocer, you get nothing. As advertised, black grapeless grapes are up for grabs for the stellar price. But what exactly are grapeless grapes?
I love grapes.
By definition, they should be air. And if it wasn't for the grapes evidenced in the photograph, we might actually have believed this product to be air. It seems more likely than not that this sign was supposed to say seedless instead of grapeless, but we'll leave the interpretation up to you. Watermelon on the cob.
Get that corn out of my face!
At a grocery store called Compare Foods, apparently, the store name is essential to understanding the store's products. It would seem as though what you may believe to be corn on the cob is, in fact, watermelon? That's right, either a lazy, overworked, or possibly overtired employee mislabeled some delicious-looking corn as, well, watermelon.
Oh, God, what I wouldn't do to that.
Notably different in size, flavor, consistency, color, and just about everything, the corn is priced at $1.49 and looks mighty tasty. Hollywood's finest Fishies.
Well, howdy, little fella.
Swim-aside Nemo, there's a new school in town. Meet entertaining fish. While we can't knock this supermarket for its use of descriptors, we can make jokes about this absurd signage. The entertaining fish section presumably has fish for entertaining, except the sign makes it sound like these fishies just got their golden tickets to Hollywood on American Idol.
That was terrible.
While we're sure these fish know how to perform rather skillfully, to be honest, we're more entertained by the sign. Kibble for Two.
What are you talking about?
You're eating the dog!
While one grocery store may have had good intentions, they put up an advertisement stating, "Dinner at home, just the two of us." Nothing wrong so far, except location, location, location. For some reason, the store hung this ad, complete with a photo of a happy couple, directly above the pedigree. And when we say pedigree, we mean exactly what you're thinking, aka the dog food. While we seriously doubt the store intended to imply that human beings should consume dried dog food,
I will not eat that!
We can't help but point out the LOL factor on this one. As one Reddit user puts it, yep, no one will join you for dinner for sure. Well, maybe the dog will. The grocery store Grim Reaper.
All right, come on, give it to me! You think I'm afraid of you?
Now, we like a good, clear sign that gives directives. We appreciate these because the opposite just leads to confusion, further chaos, and mayhem. But a good sign can lead to order. That's why one grocery store got right to the point with a sign stating to the customer, "You're next." You're next? Sounds like something out of a Final Destination movie to us.
I saw it in my head.
While this one is a little frightening, it's also equally comedic, concise, to the point, a little ominous, and quite frankly, slightly threatening. Does this one make you laugh and simultaneously get goosebumps at the same time, too? At least they're berries.
At first, it seemed like I made a mistake.
Explain to us how or why someone decided to package up the blueberries in strawberry packaging. Maybe there were no more blueberry containers left, or maybe someone wanted to pull a quick one on the customers. Who knows?
I don't understand.
This one will remain both a mystery and a fail because grocery stores should know better. While every customer should be able to decipher that these are, in fact, blueberries just by the look of them, it is the store's responsibility to appropriately label and package all items. Hey, at least they're both berries, right? The door that can't commit.
What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want?
Commitment is hard. At one grocery store, their non-committal door was marked with 2 directives that contradict one another so greatly you can't help but stop and stare. First stating, "Do not enter," and then followed by the words, "Enter only." This door not only confuses customers, but will literally have them stuck inside the store not knowing what to do.
Hey, why'd you lock the door? We're still inside.
Answer? The door says one more thing on it. If you look to the left, you will see that it less obviously says push, meaning that this door is actually intended to be used as an exit to the store. The handle is a giveaway too. Citrus is citrus, right?
Is this made from real lemons? Yes.
When life gives you lemons, make orange juice. That's precisely how the saying goes, right? Not so much. According to the sign, lemons are supposedly perfect for orange juice. This grocery store got it right by placing the actual lemons near the lemon sign, but we feel rather awestruck by how on earth lemons could be perfect for orange juice.
Are you sure they're real lemons? Yes.
Considering all of the ancient wisdom out there alluding to the contrary, we're gonna make some lemonade with these guys. But good luck to all of those attempting to make orange juice. The juicier, the better.
I just love the smell of sizzling bacon, don't you?
Everyone likes their bacon cooked differently. Some enjoy it well done, while others enjoy a juicy piece of the breakfast meat to go with their eggs and toast. But did you know that bacon comes in Tropicana and Minute Maid cartons?
So juicy, yeah?
Oh, you didn't know? Well, that's because we just lied to you. Sorry about that. But we didn't start the lying. In fact, a grocery store with no concept of the importance of truth in advertising placed row after row of juice in a section clearly labeled, in capital letters we might add, Juicy Bacon. Well, at least they were half right. Ask and you shall receive.
Best thing since sliced bread. I know.
In a case of petty overload, one bread-making company took their product name a little too seriously. Berry Loaf is displayed on the sign as having multiple berries within the loaf of bread. So naturally, when you go to pick up the product, that is what you expect to see, right?
Wow, they have it. Let's get this bread.
Wrong. Well, this berry loaf has, in fact, one single berry. That's right, one single fruit. At this point, we don't care if the loaf is baked fresh daily. We want our berries, and we want them now. Anything less, and we've been robbed. In this case, however, we'd say that the buyer was downright swindled. We're open 24/7, so tap or click another great video and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell.